Hi, this video will show you how to implement a little application using Clank. So basically you download the files from the website getclank.com, you click the download button, and when that's done and you unzip the files in a directory, you can start. So you can see I opened up the index.html file and I opened up an editor with all the files. Now I have a start folder and a finished folder, and the finished folder, it contains the application that we're going to make, which is this to-dos app, where you can drag and drop through the to-dos. You can enter a new to-do. It's not functional, it's just a user interface demo, but it gets the point across that how you can make a user interface using Clank. So basically, let's get started here. And the first thing I will need to do to get started is to run the Compass compiler. So we'll be using the Compass watch command, which will be compiling our SCSS into CSS. So I'll have to adjust the setting here first. Within the vars file, I want to set device wraps to false. This will extend the background, and this will let the system, let Clank know that we're not using the device wraps. So these device wraps, it's a feature of Clank. If you go to the demos, and you'll see that the demos are actually full of these devices that you can switch out. So you can switch this from an iPhone 4 to a Nexus 7 tablet. So this feature, the device wraps, we have to disable it for the purpose of this demo, since what we want is to build an app that works in the iPhone simulator. So if we want to check our code in the iPhone simulator, it should look like this, and it wouldn't look very good if there was another iPhone in there. So let's get started. First thing I want to do is change the title to to-do or to-dos. I want to remove this text since I don't need it. So this is a CL article component. So I'll remove it. Alright. Now we saw that the other application was blue. So I want to change that also in this application. So basically we want some sort of blue as our main accent color. So let's see if we can find a nice hue of blue. That looks good. So I'll copy and paste this into accent color. Now my UI changes to reflect this style choice. What I want to do next is maybe make a button to add the to-dos. So I'll go to this part, CL bar title, and I'll add a new link with a class of CL button and a plus icon. So that's a start, but I want this button to be a bit smaller, so I'll add a CL button icon only class, which will let the system know that it's only that this is a button that's only an item. Now this doesn't really work, so I'll go check the source of buttons to see what the correct class is. So CL button icon only. Okay, should be on CL button. This should work. It doesn't. I'll check it later. Anyway, we have a plus here, but it doesn't really look good. So what I did in the other application was use an icon font. So I'll copy the font source for the purposes of this demo. I'll copy the font source from this to there. So you can see the font source is really a folder with SVGs in. So there's an add SVG, there's a list SVG, there's a minus SVG. So with this script, the generate app font.sh script, we can generate an icon font. So let's do this and generate the app font. And if we do this, we're using font custom for this. You can see that in our application that we're making here, there's a new file within font custom, the app one. Let's see. And now I have my add list and minus icon available. So I'll use icon app add to change the plus icon into something a little more nicer. So icon app add, okay, so this plus becomes a real plus. So the next thing I want to do is maybe make an input. So an input is part of a form. So I'll define CL form, which is the base of our form component, and then maybe an input type is text with a placeholder value of enter your to-dos here. So this is what I have now, enter your to-dos here, and then maybe there's going to be a list of to-dos that's already there below that. So this could be a CL table component, and maybe all of these are CL table cells, which you have to wrap in an anchor. So it's maybe a to-do like finish the newest Clank. And then another to do like clean the house, and call B about new project. So I have some to-dos here. So you can see this uses the table view component, which looks a lot like iOS style tables. So this is already looking good. Now let's compare it to the finished application. So in the finished applications, what we also have here is the list icon. So I'll check out that code. Let's see that powers the list item, and I can see that it's an iClasses icon app list. So let's copy paste that into our project. All three. So let's check our current project, because this is the demo project, and we can see that the icon gets rendered here, but we don't really have, it doesn't look right yet, it needs to be on the right side. So let's write some custom CSS for that. So basically, if you go into the Clank main file, you'll see all components, and you'll also see a file called custom application CSS. So basically, this is where you write your application-specific CSS. So let's write the CSS in the index file in clank/screen/index. And what we want to do within CL table, we want to make it so that the CL app, what's it called again? Icon app list is floated to the right and has an opacity of 0.33, and also we yeah, that's it, that's fine. So you can see that this works now, and in the demo I also included some JavaScript to make it sortable. So this was done with jQuery UI. Now jQuery is not included by default because of performance reasons, but you can uncomment jQuery and then include jQuery UI, which I will copy paste from the other project. So what you can see here now is that jQuery is included, jQuery UI is is included, and CL table is added with a sortable function. So basically this should finish the application, because now we should be able to sort through the items. Now it doesn't work yet, probably because I don't have the right components. So these components are loaded with a bower. So I'll just copy paste in the jQuery UI here, which we should have now. So this should make this work. So that's how we created a demo app, a little small to-do app, just for demo purposes, because you should really try to make something better than a to-do app. But that was the simplest example I could find. Thanks for your attention.